Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Merano OCD Design Competition. And today we shall take a look at the entries for the Artemis, the 1971 version of it, the CSX2. First up, as always, the candidates who submitted a car that is for the public version of the game, and we shall remind ourselves of the design pillars of Merano, and that would be simple, elegant, with attention to detail, and of course, in classy red, if possible. Let's get going. And first up is the no-name car by Sad Diseased. Let's have a look. Alright, it is very cherry, once again. Not what I would call a classy red, but let's have a look at its features. Okay, the front. I quite like this. It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch to have some off-centered, non-symmetrical things in there, which are so nicely aligned, as this one is. Just in general, this front is really hard to design. And one thing that seems a little odd here, but it's nicely designed. Like this certainly has attention to detail, as you see there. So pop-up headlights, but this array, like with these folded up, would be massive, wouldn't it? I believe so. Anyway, the front design for this one, which is hard to design, kind of works. Quite like it. We have some nice detailing here. This is a little odd, though. Why do they bleed into the bonnet? Nah. Okay, sides. Yeah, works. That doesn't quite look premium, though. It is very plasticky. I would expect this to still have some elements of chrome, even though it's the 70s and no longer the glorious 50s and 60s. I mean, it's a pretty expensive car, after all. It's the CSX2. And this doesn't look quite premium enough. But the design itself really works. This, big empty area. I don't think this is enough cooling for this one. Some nice slits there. The rear's looking good. Quite like the rear. Badging good. Antenna up there. Overall, minor flaws, but otherwise, a really good design. Yeah. Is it very good? No, I don't. I think this is not quite enough for very good. But I would say this is a 6.5. With some more premium looks of the elements here. Maybe a bit of chrome still. I think this could have been an easy 7. But 6.5. And next up is the almighty Twingo. And we have, yeah, it's certainly a simple design. We have pop-up headlights, so, yeah, I mean, this kind of works. This is very much on the simple side. The badging here is, again, pretty fantastic, although not very Merano style. And this arrangement with the, yeah, kind of works. It's not quite flush here, is it? I'd rather have it such that the blinker here and this is on the same line. That would look a little better. But other than that, yeah, I mean, simple, straightforward. And, what do we have here? Oh, this is quite neat. I like this. And massive... This might be a little too much. It's very heavy on the side. Fuel tank. And the rear, yeah. I don't know what's going on with the camera movements. It's really choppy for whatever reason. Anyway, this I think works quite well. This is almost looking a little 80s though. That's the 71. This might be too early. Well, it's designed in 71, so it would be out 75-ish. Is this a little too early? This looks like start of the 80s. But it's good. It is good looking. So overall, oh shit, yeah, this is I think this is a good design. Also has some flaws. It's not quite as intricate as the previous car. So I would give it a 6. And next up is MGR 99. And the car is still loading in because thousands of fixtures. Okay, so now it has loaded in. Let's see what we got here. Well, well, it's a very, very pointy-nosed design, isn't it? Well, that's my doing there. But does it work? I'm not so sure about these. Oh, what's going on there? Why does it have this kind of weird badge here and not there? Is this supposed to be part of the grille design or weird? Wait, that is strange. That's a strange symmetry breaker there, right there. The Merano badging is because you're never really on this height. You would have to judge it what it looks like from here-ish. And that is almost good. I would have given it a slightly more space. And maybe capitalized the M, I don't know. But I see why you didn't do it. Because otherwise it wouldn't have been on the same height of for all the letters. Also, distance between A and N is broken. My OCD is triggered. The headlights are working pretty well. This kind of design feature on the sides, yeah, it kind of works. I think that's okay. The bumpers here, also fine. Yeah, I think that works with the inset of the number plate. The badging and the line down the center also works. I'm not quite convinced about the accuracy for the width. So what do we have here? Well, the windscreen wipers look... Don't they look too large? Kind of look too large to me. Are they? It doesn't matter. We do have the fuel tank up front. V12. This badging also doesn't look quite right to me. Yeah, it's like weirdly spaced letters. We do have... What? How do you actually open the door? Well, there's no handle there, is there? Is there a handle on the other side? No. Okay, so do you press this one in and then it pops out, or probably does? Let's assume it does. Nice feature here on the side. That's looking good. And the blinker on the side, and now the rear. Oh, okay, the rear. The rear does work. Apart from the massive V12 badging. I think with that one gone or shrunk by a lot, this would look a lot better. Really cool array of cooling on top. And oh, what do we have here? Is this a fixture that's being placed there? It looks like it. It's not a convertible though. But yeah, I mean, the rear really does work. That is beautiful. Lots of attention to detail. And the only downside being the V12. This is an 8 minus 0.5 for the V12. And the rest, yeah, I mean, this is still solid. This is really solid. I would say overall, I'm also lacking a bit of chrome here, maybe. I'm not so sure. Did they go for this black plasticky look? Well, I go for a 7 overall. The rear is just too good to pass on. Yeah, 7. And next up is Micon P7. Let's have a look. Well, that looks like it does work in general. There's some more chrome here, as you can see. The headlights are weird. Barred. Big chrome strips down the line. Maybe a bit too much there? Not sure. I'm not sure. Nice badge, but it is poking through. It's poking through. It doesn't have the nice rounding there, so that is Not OCD compatible. What is this? Something going on there. Some layering issue, maybe? Or some automation being weird issue. And then the sides. Let's have a look. Yeah, blinker does work like this. Some air intake on the side. Alright, well, that works. I would say that works. Some nice badging here on the sides and the windows and rear. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Do we like it though? Ooh, the lettering is not OCD compatible. Do you see how the A is lower than the R, and then the spacing between the M and the E and the R is completely different? And ooh, that's some ouchies. That's some ouchies right there. Otherwise, though, this is quite good. I like the 3/4 look like this. It's really cool. And I don't know what these things are supposed to be, but this, the window inlay here, does work quite well. I like that. Yes. The fake wing. Yeah, also, I think that it fits the lines of the ridges coming down and then just ending up as a wing. I mean, it's a little odd with how it transitions, of course, but I don't think you can make that any better, really. So overall, yeah, it has good aspects to it. It has good aspects. The front is maybe a 5.5 to 6-ish. And the sides are really nice. The rear has good aspects to it. So overall, maybe, is this a 6? Is it a good design or 5.5? Let's on the side of the 6, because there are some interesting elements in here. But it would be quite a bit better if this weren't there. Like these mistakes. Alright, 6 it is. And next up is Dragonite Bite. With that, here's Artemis creation. Okay. Interesting choice of having round headlights up front. It's different. Somewhat works. I'm not sure about these teeth. This single tooth coming out. Well, nice badge once again. And this is cool stuff, but I don't know if it is just too cool for a car like this. Single windscreen wiper. Good wing mirrors there. And we do have, again, some weird tooth theme going on with this one. Like there. So it's consistent. Nice blinker in the middle here. I quite like that aspect of it. And a bit of side venting going on. Fuel cap there, and not so sure about that, especially as they are not working as intended and cutting shit out of the rest of the body. So, that is this where you keep your coffee to keep it warm? I'm not so sure. Otherwise, if we disregard these issues, does the rear work? It's weird with this. What's going on there? Also some tooth coming out for whatever reason. That might be from these grills? No idea. It is odd. Otherwise, well, the composition does work with the exhaust pipes above here, and then the badging. It's a nice triangle, and triangle here for those, and an inverse kind of shape there. That's all good. Yeah, but overall, some questionable aspects to it, and I don't quite like the front. What the hell is going on with this one? This tooth. The tooth of doom. It's going to bite you. Okay, so where do we go with this one? Some good aspects to it. This is straight up solid design, I would say. this is not. And the front has good and bad aspects to it. It's both a 4 and a 6 at the same time. I would say that leaves it at a... Is it a 5? Like the attention to detail here with the cutouts is not quite there. Is it a 5? Not if we compare it to the others that were a 6. I would have to on the side of, but they're really solid. Yeah, it's a 5. And next up is GF06. And first thing that I notice is the front looks busy. It looks really busy. Maybe because there are too many lights in weird places? What would happen if you didn't have these? Wouldn't that look a bit better? Not sure. This is just a bit overburdening. Again, nice badging there. The Merano. Is the Merano OCD safe? Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's well done. And otherwise, composition-wise, yeah, I'm not sure about these lights. They seem a bit too much and make the design overall quite a bit busy. And like too many blinkers going on. Why do you have massive blinkers here and there? That seems overkill. But I can see why you would want to have something there, but could just be whatever. Some kind of fake cooling or whatever. But anyway, so line going down the center and the sides here. Again, this weird, how are you going to open it from there? That's strange. Windscreen wipers, all right. Badging V12. But the blinker is completely overburdening. And on a massive backdrop, like framed, look at me, I'm a blinker. Like, yeah, okay, Mr. Blinker. You're good there? You're fine? Yes? Yes? No? No? Okay. Well, are we allowed to look at the rest of the car now? Yes? Yes, Mr. Blinker? Okay. Fine. So, door. Fitting some cooling in there. Not quite sure if you saw that. That's not good. My OCD is triggered. And the line along the side, pretty good. Even though this is not on the same height. OCD triggered. But it works in general, like from this. This is beautiful. Just to have this thin, chromy black line through there, that works. I'm not so sure about the double slit there. Especially with this one looking larger than this. I know it probably isn't, it's probably just a direct copy of it, but it looks larger because of how they are aligned. Or is this longer? Probably not. I can't tell. Oh, the rear! The rear. Again, a little too busy. There's too much happening here. But, yeah, difficult. This is cool stuff. The Artemis, this CNX? This is not called the CNX2. This is called the CSX, isn't it? Yeah, CSX2. You have just fucked it up. What the fuck? That's an N. N like the word niggles. Yes, exactly. N like the N word. Yes. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. But otherwise, the rear design has something to it. It's not simple. And it's not elegant, though. But it's a little bit more brutish. Let's have a look here. Okay. That's a decent touch. Have that being openable and... Oh, these in chrome. I think you're going to blind people with this when they are walking by. The sun's just catching it. It's like a mirror. But, yeah. So good things to it and some odd choices. But I think this is still... this is still pretty good. Apart from the fucking blinkers, man. What's going on there? A 5.5? I really like this. If there was an S there, that would be even better. Yeah, let's say 5.5. I'm still staring at it though. I'm still staring at it and wondering, like, does this have a concept? Like, 5.5 means a bit more than solid. And is this really solid, or is it just being pushed there by some of the interesting elements? And the rest is a little all over the place. With the front, this, yeah. Sorry mate, I have to drop it down to a 5. And next up is Vacco. And what do we have here? What's going on there? That's a weird underskirt thing. Well, it kind of makes sense, I guess. And it's being held up by something there too. Okay, well, that's nicely crafted. And the same thing is more or less going on here on the sides. Interesting. But yeah, okay, let's have a look. So there are no... Oh, there are round pop-up headlights. Okay, that's something new, I guess. And we do have this pretty... I see what you did there. That's quite smart. It does look like it doesn't have a bottom otherwise. It's just very nosy without adding something to the bottom. So that's... I can see what you did there, yeah. And this array of lights isn't too bad either. I like the lines across. Could have some chrome there. And then you went for chrome! And some cooling. Alright, that is... Warm summer day. Is this where you grill your bacon? I don't know. Anyway, some cooling there for the rear engine it is. I'm not so sure about this cooling. You do have some nice... Oh, shit, that's many. You really put some effort into those. Holy shit. Okay, this is well done. Windscreen wipers. Okay. So we do have something on the top, and this is quite nice. I like it. Look at that. From the top, it doesn't look too bad. Well, this is too much. And these vents, I don't know what function they would serve. Yeah, but the side, oh man, there's too much going on. It's just too much going on. Would have been nice. Like, either is this too much? I quite like this going around. This is beautiful. Beautifully made. And the CSX here, a little too large even. Could have been a little smaller. But other than that, yeah, too many vents and shit going on. Like with just this line, maybe not these vents, like this baby car colored, and this slightly smaller, maybe also car colored, just to not take too much focus away. And then these lines would flow quite well, especially with your fake wing here in the rear. That's really cool stuff. I like that. The rear? Oh yeah. Kind of works. The Artemis V12. Massive lettering. Why is the 1 and the 2 much larger than the V? I don't quite like that. Artemis, is it OCD proof? I would say it is. It's not absolutely perfect, but really close to. So well done. So overall, what do we think? This is a bit weird with a gap here, but yeah, it's also cool at the same time. This is really nicely done with the right angle it forms here. This looks really brutal, actually. Not simple and elegant, but brutal. Again, I think you have had these kinds of designs before, haven't you? In the other cars. Weren't you the guy who made some of the most brutal designs for the previous ones? I believe so. Anyway, this is the first one where it works pretty well. And you have some really cool shit in here again. Yeah. Some awful stuff too. Some awful stuff too. Not everything can work, right? But, okay. For uniqueness, we already have a 7 here, so you're definitely not going to be the winner. And this car shouldn't be the winner, because it's definitely not a Merano car. But it's a cool creation. There's way too much going on there. It's at least a 6, if not a 6.5. For all its weirdness and wackiness, it has many good aspects to it. So I think I want to give it a 6.5. It's the wrong design, but it's a cool design. And it's a weird design. So yeah. And that, by the way, is mostly for the rear, which works really well. Especially, I'm impressed with this. Like, using this for right angles there, just gives a cool look. And having this aligned with this line, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, that is, I have to say though, that is probably an outlier. This is where some wackiness has worked. This is not a Merano car. Anyway, well done. And next up is Visit Ukraine with his only submission. Let's have a look. Well, it's not Merano Red. We can change that though. Let's. This looks very French. Very French. Very specific. And okay, it's not bad though. This kind of works. With how this drops, this gives it a bit of an evil look. Oddly spaced that there's so much room over here that isn't being used, but it's not too in your face. No, that's not terrible at all. Okay, windscreen wipers. Okay, fine. And chrome, I don't know. That is odd. Good choice of rims, and yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. But is it too much? If it being chrome, I don't know. That is nicely fit in, and a nice stripe down here, accentuating the trim on the windows. Very good. And the rear, yeah, simple. It's not bad. Simple, but not elegant. It's a little plump. Let's have a look here. Cooling, very basic as well. Does it fit in though? Yeah, kinda. This is a massive empty space going on there. We have a windscreen wiper for the rear window. Yeah, I mean that's required when it's tilted at that angle. Okay, sure. Quite nice setup with the bumper. Do you have that replicated in the front? Nope, not at all. Okay. But the front has very much less space to do something like this. V12 up here. Could even be a little smaller letters than this. But overall, yeah, not too bad. I mean, this is kind of the definition of a solid design, isn't it? This is really solid. Is it even a little bit better? I think we can give it half a point extra for being novel. Now, before I hand that out, we have to check what it looks like in Merano color. Okay. Well, yeah, the yellow, of course, doesn't quite work as well with a Merano color. The rear does work pretty well, though. Okay. Yeah, 5.5 it is. And next up is question mark. Let's have a look. A little derpy looking. This is a little derpy looking. Also see-through here. I don't know if that is the wisest decision. Especially if you have your baggage in there. Yeah, let's rein it in, boys. Let's have it rain in there. Badging is fine. Automation down there. This is quite nice of a split in the grills. Gives it a weird, wide grin. This looks like a frog car. Is this a Pepe meme? If we make it green, it does need does need the Clown World toppings here, though. Otherwise, it's not proper. Are we in Clown World? Let's see if we're in Clown World. Let's take a look at the rear. Yeah. Weren't you the guy who had the lettering all over the place? Like, what is the CSX2 doing up there? It's not aligned with anything. And the 2 is larger than everything else. Artemis and Merano. Are they aligned? Yeah, more or less aligned. I would expect the... Look at that. Look at that here. You see, the M is finishing right on the line where the red light starts. So the Artemis needs to end right where the red light ends. There needs to be the edge of the S. And then you have it aligned. So that's a bit of an oversight. Otherwise, let's see, what do we have there? Some grillage. Some supposed air intakes. Okay, interesting. Some outlet there. Intake, outlet. Okay, yeah, I can see that is working or has some kind of functionality to it. Very basic in the rear. Overall, is this... I'm not a fan of the frog. The frog grin. That doesn't look like Merano. I think this is a... That's difficult. I don't think it quite reaches solid because of how weird it is looking. And if it doesn't quite reach solid, that means it's a 4.5. It's not bad, but a 4.5 isn't bad. So yeah, let's go with that. And the last one in the public branch bunch is Lesser Vangelo. And let's have a look. Okay. That's not too bad at all. It's a bit weird with these. But I like the simplistic design up front. It's simple but elegant, which is exactly what we want. Also, what is quite cool is that these are forming the opposite shape to the badging you have here, which is good. It kind of works. If you look from the front, and this leads almost aligned to this, like it's crossing, and this almost aligned to that. This might be a bit too much. What does it look like if these were car colored? Would that look better? It might. We can try that out. But the headlights are well placed, I guess. Right above the blinkers. Are they aligned? Yes, they are. Okay, good. Here, side strip. Oh, wait a second. We have some... Do we have some... No, I was seeing things. I thought we had some letterings going on there. And... So what do we think about the side? This is working. Can't open the door, but I mean it's working. Makes it look not awful. This, yeah, I would say it works. It's a little odd with the top end, but here that is the lower part definitely is cool. And the rear, let's check it out. Oh yeah, a Merano, very very big. Well, seems well spaced. And lower bit. Yeah. Okay, I quite like this. Let's see. We have some... It's hard to tell for the spacing. It looks like this venting system here is further away from this one than this one is away from this one. So that is not good. My OCD is slightly triggered there, but... here we have some Artemis going on. Nice touch. And 3,200 is not what you boast with, right? So I don't think it has to be that large. Like in this size, the 3,200, I think would have been fine. Other than that, yeah, I believe this is quite a solid design. Maybe even a bit more. Is it a good design? Can we say this is a good design? Yeah, I mean this is pretty good. Let's try out one thing. So I've decided this is a 6. And now let's just have a quick look here. If we do this in car color, I think it is less in your face in that regard. Of course, it makes it less stylized, but I think that might be working better. Yeah. Anyway, well done. And next up is BF94. And what do you have here? Again, your little cross strategy on the front. Kind of working. This is a derpy nose to design for, but I think you've done pretty well. Pop-ups, they of course make a lot of sense. Almost want to have them up, I guess, to show what it really looks like, but it's easier to design without them being up. And yeah, I mean the lines in the front they do work. Let's have a closer look. Badge, there, yes. The grills all work nicely. This seems a little overcomplicated here at the side with like 3 different layers plus the headlight and the chrome strip inside. It's getting a little busy there. Nice use of the partial bumper there. And let's have a look. No ventilation there. Wing mirrors on both sides. Do we have no blinker at the side? Okay, that is a little odd. I think at around this time you would want to have that. The door handle sits awkwardly low considering how low the car is, so it's weird. The chrome strip along the sides, nicely done. And the rear. Oh yeah, rear's working well. Quite like that. There's lots going on with the lines and so on. But overall, it all fits together. And the cooling on top, yeah, I don't know what these are, but some fixture-induced bugs. And overall, it's pretty good. This is pretty good. So let's have a look. I think front is a good design. The sides, no blinkers, low door handle, single chrome strip. The single chrome strip is good. The rest is questionable. Antenna there, by the way, a very modern one. So the side is more like a 4.5, and the rear, again, a 6 or 7 even, 6.5 or 7. So overall, I think this puts you at a 6. Yeah, that's just the sides which are let down. Yep, let's note it down. And now we are in the open beta for the next 4 cars. First up is Sky High. And here we go. Oh, okay. It's a very nosy car. The design is very nosy. And what the fuck is that? We'll get to that. This looks extremely French to me. Don't know why. But, I mean, it kind of works. It's not a bad look. It looks, yeah, very pointy nosy. There's nothing that really detracts from its nosiness. Nice badging though. Nicely angled stuff. There's loads of grill area. Is that necessary? I mean, it fits, but I mean, there's no radiator there. You have to guess there's one. So we have a bit of an exit for the ventilation here. Nothing particular for the cabin. Some nice detailing there for the windscreen wipers. That, yeah, it works. I think it works. Looks a bit too modern, maybe. And some detailing down here. This I like. That is a nice touch to incorporate it there. How have you done that on the other side? Alright, just left it black. That's fine. Well, it's an interesting point of using the fuel intakes for putting some ventilation on there. I think they could have been a little wider, a little longer, so that they better fit with the length of the fuel cap. And then we have this. If you see this, I think this is some weird ass ultra high-end hypercar. And this kinda is. CSX2 kinda is a hypercar. almost. A bit of hood there as well, but yeah, okay. I think I give it a oh. And then you see this isn't half bad, eh? This actually fits together. This looks weird and awesome at the same time. Some really good grill setup overall. Has a lot going on, but it does so well. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay. Your weird French nosy car turned out to be a pretty awesome beast, at least from the rear. Look at this. This is awesome. It looks like some prototype car though, some Halo prototype car. Not the game Halo. And yeah, I think you've succeeded with this one. You made the weirdness work. The French weirdness. The first French hypercar. Okay, so front. 5.5. Yeah. Sides. 6. Rear. 8. I think this is great stuff. I think this is great stuff. It looks awesome and weird. So what do we give him then? What do we give him? I think it is consistent enough to warrant overall a 7. This is good stuff, mate. Well done. And next up is Accent with a massive number plate. Why are you shouting so much? Why? Okay, well, it's... yeah, I don't know. This is a little weird. I like the headlines, how they fall into the front like this. Dual weirdness going on. No, just single weirdness with these Frenchy lights and blinkers up the front. That's fine though. The sides. Something connecting the front to the rear would have been nice. And this venting here works well. I like it. It forms a line. It just consistently goes with the car. That's good stuff. Badging on the window, nice. And also hood scoop. Scoop hood. Roof hood scoop. Yes. And the rear. Also very interesting. This looks like it's proper powerful. Yeah. The rear is really good. Quite like it. It all looks very orderly though. Not necessarily elegant. Orderly and well crafted. No blinkers in the rear? Are there no blinkers here? I guess you can argue that they're somewhere inside there. Would have been a nice touch to have them maybe split, but on the other hand, that would have made the look a bit more busy. We don't want that, do we? But this is a weird and cool sports car. Like from this angle. Wow, this looks awesome. Again, another car that has a nice ass like this. But the front looks compared to fucking this. Okay, compare this. This, and then you overtake the car, which you should never be able to do because this is fucking fast. And you see this. Does this feel like the same car? This doesn't feel like the same car at all. This feels extremely uninspired after seeing this. So what do we do about this? This is a 4. This is a 5. This is a 7.5. Maybe even an 8. No, 7.5. That's not what I call consistent. But overall, I think this is worth a... Oof. Oh, it's difficult. The front is so mundane. No! What have you done? Take this rear. Do anything with the front, please. Do anything. Just to have this awesome ass. Like this. Oh, awesome. Cool stuff. I think for the rear, you get a 6. We don't talk about the front. We just chop it off, okay? Just chop it off. And next up is ESDA. And you have done... You've made a Merano car. That is OCD safe. Well done. And nice black stripe down the middle. Yeah, this kind of works. This kind of works. Gone for the pop-up headlights. Custom pop-ups. Because they don't litter the front too much. Not so sure about this stuff. Why is it there? What is it good for? I'm unsure. Very much unsure. Otherwise, the front works. Yeah, slightly from the side as well. The bumper bars really work well there. And then the sides. Let's have a look. That is quite pretty. Yeah, you have this look down. Very nice. Going around the sides, the black bar. Again, I think the combination with the chrome here and the black really looks good. Others have gone for like chrome, and then it's just, oh, it's too much. But this works really well. There's still a lot going on here. Maybe a bit too much. Maybe a bit too much. V12. Looks as if it was a little smushed. A little too wide. But, alright, let's have that slide. That is odd. Let's have a look at the rear otherwise. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is looking good. This is looking elegant. I quite like that. This is looking premium, really premium. There. This not so much. Could you maybe have made that black like this stuff? Or this stuff? Would that have looked better? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it would then look too much like window, but this does look cheap, while this looks fancy and expensive. What is going on here? Artemis CSX2. Oh, with the Roman 2 or double slash. Another one of these, but this time around the front doesn't suck ass. Okay. So let's take a look. So front, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good front. Weird shit on top. Otherwise it would be probably a 7. So this is just, yeah, not quite there. 6. Sides. I think this is pretty inspired. This is a 7. And this, if this cheap shit wasn't plastered on top, I think this would be an 8. But it isn't. And this is also strange, really strange. Like, let's put some Christmas tree decorations on top. Not necessarily the best idea. 6, 7, 7.5. Is this a 7? Is this a 7? I believe that might be a 7. Yeah, it is. And the next one is Infinity. Hello there, Mr. Frog. You have some weird wrinkles around your eyes. And what is? Ah, okay. That's to open the. That one. What? Why are there blinkers up front? Like on top of this. That is strange. That's a really strange choice. What? Why? 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 Okay, the bottom here is interesting. Interesting design choice. Yeah. I'm not convinced. This doesn't quite fit either. Yeah, weird eyes. Weird eyes. Let's take a look at the sides. Some more blinkers going on there. More blinkers there. This kind of works again. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Solid there. This is looking alright. And we have 2 roof headroom extension pipings on top. And the rear. Yeah, okay. That's a little 80s. That's a little 80s. Little too much 80s for 71 design. But it does work. It's not the most beautiful looking car. Artemis. This is well done. Do we have anything on the other side? V12. Doesn't quite fit, does it? Like V what? And there's something weird going on here with your smooshed together, cobbled together automation logo. Yeah, not convinced. I'm not convinced. But it's not bad. Certainly not bad. The front is a bit of a meh because of the eyes and arrangement. I know this is not easy to design. I would always go for pop-ups here. This is just not really possible to do without. Then this is weird shit. Why would you put that in there? Too many blinkers going on. This is good. And then, yeah, solid in the rear, I would say. Still, so 4, 5, 5. Yeah, it is. Maybe even 5.5 here. This is semi good. Overall a 5. Is it solid? Yeah. The rear is. The rest not so much. But yeah, okay, it's a 5. And we are back in public. Let's have a look at Mr. Petkov. And there we have it. Let's have a look. So some custom created front spiky themed chrome strips. Okay. Pop-up headlights. Yeah. Seems about right overall. Composition-wise, this works. Blinkers, and I'm not so sure about these yellow lights. Would this look better in white, I wonder? Might do. Anyway, badge there, and also, that's a good touch. Having these chrome strips there too. And some chrome lining for the wheel arches. Nicely transitioning into that line. Not supposed to look too closely at it, but it's a nice touch. And then we have this line going down and creating more spiky themed stuff. Nicely crafted. I think this is a little too much. Maybe could have worked in black. Like for all of these lines. Potentially. Although, then this kind of theme is slightly altered, but it's just too much weight to it. Like, look at that. It really sticks out. Does feel a little unbalanced because of it. Nice hinging going on there. Oh! We only need one antenna, son. That is double antenna magic. Nah, it's unnecessary. Let's check out the rear. Oh, that's not bad. That looks quite good, actually. Apart from the font being very 80s, the lettering style, like if these were full, does look pretty awesome. Also, the composition here with these lights and the grill, or it's custom. It's all custom, right? Yeah, it's all custom. That looks fantastic. Really nice design. Yeah, this works. And well, other than that, we have this wheel arch thing going on again. This forms a solid chrome line here with the bumper. Yeah, overall, man, this is a good design. So what do we have here? Is this? Okay, front, I would say, is a 6. That's a good design. Sides, 6.5. Lot going on here. It's not quite simple, but there's some great ideas baked into this. So 6.5 there. Rear, that's probably a 7.5. So overall, I think we are at a 6.5. Yeah, this is almost a very good design. It's not much missing. Well done, 6.5. And next up is Necron Assassin. And what the fuck is this color? Once again. Nope, that's unacceptable. Car slots, boom, there we go. Okay. So let's have a look. Someone dropped some pancakes on top of this car. I don't know what they are supposed to be. Why? Why do you put the headlights at that angle? Are they supposed to be some kind of weird pop-up rotating style headlights or something? Because they don't look like it. The angle for them is way too steep for this to work. But yeah, I mean the rest of the front is quite fancy. I like how you've created those lines with chrome here and then the red one. Well, the originally fucking green one. Well, this is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Very nice design. Why did you have to destroy it with these things? This looks odd, really odd. The grill thing here with the center line. The center line here works really well. And I can see that you would want to have something on the sides of it to mirror it. And you have some ventilation going on there. But there's no engine here. So I'm not sure if you have stinky baggage or not. Otherwise, let's have a look. Again, that is very nicely crafted. This is looking good. This, yeah, I guess it works. Yeah. Not sure about the black outline of this. Takes a weird amount of focus away. I think this would have been better in just plain red. And then the rear. Weird coloring choice on these. Like, okay, everything is a little red, so you have predominantly red. But I would certainly have gone for the all outsides being red, and then this inside being blinker, and this inside being white. Yes, that would mean that it's entirely standard fare, but I still think it is standard fare because it is just better. Otherwise, it's not a bad look. Not a bad look. I wonder what this thing is. What is this? Well, okay. Looks like a giant carb contact there. Well, kinda is. So, yeah. I mean, that's some nice design on top. Quite like it. It's a bit muscle car-y, but certainly not too shabby. Interesting. Also these, both sides. Some air intake there and there. Okay. Overall, I quite like the design. And if these were gone, your car, or were gone, or made differently, this would score at least half a point higher. But let's have a look here. So front, despite these things, I think it's still a. Is it a good design? Yeah, I think this is very strong. This layout here is very strong. Nicely done. The sides, apart from this, also very good, or at least good. Good design. Yeah, good design. And then we have the rear. This is pretty cool. It's good plus. This is awkward. 5, so solid plus. 5 plus, 5.5, and the rest, yeah, okay. So overall, I think we end up with a pretty good design. This could have been a little more with this revised, but yeah. So it's a 6. And next up is Roadkill. Oh, okay. I see where this design comes from previously. Once it worked. That was for the Titos, I believe, wasn't it? Let me scroll through my scores here. We have you there. Yeah, it must have been for the Titos. You got a 6 there, yep. But here, it is more akin to your previous trio on the Dalios, which was very dead-faced. And this one is too. Not quite as severe as the Dalios. Otherwise, really empty. Yeah. Empty. Not simple, but empty. Okay, well, oh no, it is simple as well, but so that's a positive, but there's no elegance to it. You failed at the elegance that you had in the Titos with this kind of design. Worked a lot better there. So here, that is a nice touch. Weirdly fucked up by the normals, but nice thin chrome line here with a longer vent, and then these custom ones on top. Of course, this looks a little weird with the edges being formed there. Badging on the rear, and we have the Artemis. Okay. Yes and no. Yes and no. This is odd. Where do these shapes come from all of a sudden? Haven't used them here anywhere, have you? No. But anyway, let's see. I think the quad exhaust down here is a little much. I don't think it's necessary to balance this out. This looks like it's trying to balance this, but I don't think there's a need to necessarily balance it out, because if you balance it out, where does the focus go? Well, in between, right? And in between there's nothing. So I think it's fine to only have 2. I probably would keep the inner ones and then leave it as it is. Makes it slightly simpler. But I like the badging here, the lettering and stuff. Maybe the S. Is the S below there? Ah, okay, they are all. Yeah, that's nicely crafted. So the rear is pretty good. Let me just try something. Here we go. Boop. This one gone. Ah, yes, that's a little simpler. I like this better, I believe. But that's not your design. So here we go. Back it up. Not the car. Do we have any reverse lights, by the way? Blinkers? Nothing? Oh, that's not a good choice then, is it? No blinkers whatsoever. Oh, not at the side either. Only at the front. Okay, that is not quite acceptable. No. That's not how we do things here. Needs to be a little proper. Also, no antenna. Where's the antenna? I don't see any. Uh-oh. Well, 3.5. 3.5. Sides. A little meh. Would be meh plus if you had a blinker. So far you are at a 3.5 to a 4. And then the rear, probably a 6. Some quite good things in there, but no blinkers, otherwise it would be more, and without that one, it would have been a little higher still. So, where do we end up overall? 4.5? Yeah, 4.5. And those were all entries for the 1971 Artemis CSX2. And is this all done judging? No, it isn't, because look at the score. We have a 3-way tie. Let's have a look at the entries once again in a photo shoot situation. Well, let's start with MGR 99. Beautiful front look, narrow eyes, really elegant, and the moon in the background is beautiful too. So yeah, for the back, fantastic, really simple, clean, and quite brutal looking. I like it. And then we have Sky High. with his, let's say, somewhat French and extravagant look. And especially the rear is rather intimidating, isn't it? And just look at that, fantastic. It is weird, but really works to some degree. And then we have ESDA, and his car is, well, kind of a mix between the two, isn't it? It's not quite as extravagant, but has some beautiful design aspects to it. And especially the rear with this dual taillight arrangement with the grills down low and the Merano badging in the middle. Just spot on, very, very nicely crafted. And I shall give the win to ESDA, because this is fantastic. You all did really well though. Well, you three at least. The others can go and fuck off. Nah, because it's so much fun to be in a competition where everyone who isn't winning is being shot. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.